Greater the adversity, greater still is humanity's inner strength to conquer it, provided we care for each other. Friends, this prompts me to reiterate the core philosophy of Reliance, the philosophy of we care. We care for our employees and their families. We care for all our stakeholders, customers, shareholders, and partners. We care for India and all 1.4 billion Indians. We care for the planet and its people. It is the philosophy of doing good to do well. It is the philosophy to create greater value for others first. The ever-expanding circle of care enhances respect for Reliance globally and ensures its sustainable growth year after year, decade after decade, and generation after generation. Dear friends, let me now speak about the business and financial performance of your company in the year 2022. Reliance has continued to make all-around progress across its businesses. Our company became India's first corporate to cross $100 billion in annual revenues. Reliance's consolidated revenues grew 47% to 7.93 lakh crores or $104.6 billion. Reliance's annual consolidated EBITDA crossed the crucial milestone of 1.25 lakh crores. And in true We Care spirit, Reliance Foundation continued to benefit millions of people across the country. Reliance not only set higher benchmarks of serving the community, but also created business value and societal value on an unparalleled scale. Reliance's exports grew a massive 75% to cross 250,000 crores. We accounted for nearly 8.4% of India's merchandise exports in the year, up from 6.8% last year. During the year 22, Reliance continued to be the largest taxpayer in India. Reliance's contribution to the national exchequer by way of various direct and indirect taxes increased 38.8% to 188,012 crores. Reliance also set new records in creating jobs for Indians. Reliance added 2.32 lakh jobs across all its businesses, with Reliance Retail becoming one of the largest employers in the country. Friends, let me start with our digital services business, Jio. Over the past year, Jio has further consolidated its position as India's #1 digital services provider. Today, we have 421 million mobile broadband subscribers on our 4G network, and they consume, on average, nearly 20 gigabits of broadband data every month, which is nearly double their consumption from the year before. Inspired by a dynamic Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji's Digital India initiative, our country has seen the emergence and scale-up of multiple world-class national platforms which have brought enormous benefits and ease of living to ordinary citizens, like Aadhaar, a common national identity for 1.3 billion Indians, like Jan Dhan, a self-service bank account that has brought financial inclusion to over 460 million unbanked Indians, especially women, like RuPay, an indigenous payment card network with over 630 million card holders, and like UPI, one of the most accessible digital payment system with a monthly volume of over 6 billion transactions, like Ayushman Bharat, providing health coverage to over 500 million Indians. Another example is our Prime Minister's path-breaking Startup India initiative, under which India has launched over 73,000 new startups in the last 6 years. They have collectively attracted nearly $63 billion of investment and contributed to the creation of lakhs of new employment opportunities. And we have the example of how India has used digital connectivity and digital platforms to stay resilient even during the COVID-19 pandemic. With both humility and pride, I would like to state that all these phenomenal accomplishments became possible because Jio built a world-class 4G digital infrastructure at the right time with sufficient capacity and offered it most affordably to every Indian to take India to global leadership. Let me now talk about Jio's fixed line network. Jio's high-quality, redundant and always available fiber optic network is the information backbone that carries data traffic from every corner of India and connects it to the global internet. Today, Jio's pan-India fiber optic network is more than 11 lakh route kilometers in length, enough to go around the planet Earth more than 27 times. Over the past year, we also saw acceleration in the adoption of Jio Fiber, with 2 out of every 3 new customers choosing Jio Fiber. Jio Fiber is now the #1 FTTX service provider in India with over 7 million connected premises, a feat achieved in less than 2 years despite COVID lockdowns. But despite strong growth, India still lags behind the rest of the world significantly in fixed broadband services. With about 20 million connections, India is ranked a lowly 138th in the world in fixed broadband adoption. Unlike in leading nations, the vast majority of our homes, offices, and businesses have been deprived of the power of fixed broadband and ubiquitous indoor Wi-Fi, and consequently the power of modern digital tools. This has to change, and change fast. Jio will change this. We will enable India to be among the top 10 globally in fixed broadband adoption. Friends, today I want to announce the next leap forward that Jio is creating in digital connectivity, especially in fixed broadband, and that is Jio 5G services. Using 5G technology, we can now deliver breakthrough increases in broadband speed, network capacity, and number of connected users while dramatically reducing latency. With Jio 5G, we can achieve 3 simultaneous objectives. 1, we can build on the success of Jio 4G by introducing an even more advanced version of our mobile broadband service. 2, we can accelerate the rollout of high-quality, highly affordable, fixed broadband services to hundreds of millions of locations in a very short period of time. And 3, we can use this vastly expanded broadband availability to further stimulate the adoption of connected, intelligent solutions across all walks of life. Specifically, we can connect over 100 million homes with unparalleled digital experiences and smart home solutions. We can leapfrog tens of millions of small merchants and small businesses by empowering them with cutting-edge plug-and-play solutions delivered from the cloud. We can provide lakhs of medium businesses with the same digital capabilities that were historically available only to larger companies. We can accelerate the digital transformation of tens of thousands of our large enterprises and make them globally competitive. We can launch billions of smart sensors with connected intelligence that can power the Internet of Things and the 4th Industrial Revolution.